afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, May 13th, and today I have a phone call with a vascular surgeon, and so I'm pretty nervous about it just because so far I haven't been making much headway with my doctors in regards to MALS, SMAS, and Nutcracker syndrome. My doctors have been very dismissive, and I'm really hoping that this surgeon can help us. We're getting pretty desperate here. So yeah, I was just sitting down to write down my questions, write down my symptoms, and just really try to plan this out. But emotionally and mentally, I just feel so fatigued, as well as physically, but mentally and emotionally, I feel fatigued with having to deal with so many different doctors and different medical things, because it's not just one medical issue that I'm having, it's multiple. And so it's been hard to try to manage everything at once, and then having to try to list out things for multiple conditions. I just feel so mentally done. So I'm not going to write things out at the moment. I feel like I just need to go and, I don't know, distract myself, I guess. I was gonna pull out some work to do, just because I don't want to deal with it right now, honestly. So I'll come back when I'm writing down my stuff, and I will also follow up with you guys probably tomorrow about how the appointment went, because I'll probably need the rest of today after the appointment to just what's the word, make sense of everything that the doctor said, just kind of process. There we go, there's the word, process. And so if you don't see me again today, then I'll follow up with you again tomorrow. Okay, I changed spots, but I realized that I actually haven't done a health update in quite a while. I think I started filming one, but I just didn't like the way that my attitude was in that video, so I'll probably never show it. I was just feeling really frustrated with my doctors and stuff when I filmed it, and so I just didn't like the way that I was being. And so I know that that's real, but I do still think that my doctors deserve to be treated with respect behind their backs as well. And so I'm gonna give you the little rundown. Okay, so where is everything at? I've mentioned the vascular surgeon, which is today. Maybe I should do this tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so last week, I think it was last week, I had an appointment with my family doctor, and it didn't feel the most productive in the way where he just didn't have a whole lot to offer, but he did reach out to my neurologist, and so now he is arranging for me to somehow get IV fluids for the summer, I think at least the summer, to help treat my POTS. And so he's doing that through our local hospital, which is super duper helpful. And it was just also helpful for him to see where I was at, that I'm really struggling. And my husband was able to share his concerns at that appointment, and so it ended up being a really good appointment. Second thing is, I don't think I've mentioned on here, but with seeing my neurologist, he wanted me to try out IVIG, and so I got my phone calls today booking my appointments, and so I will be trying IVIG at the end of this month, which is May when I'm recording this. I don't know when you're seeing this, but at the end of May I will be doing 2 courses of IVIG, and that will be something that I'll be doing for basically the entire summer. It's something that will take place once a month, and that is to try to help my POTS, because I have what has been labeled treatment-resistant POTS. So I'm on 3 medications, doing all of the salt and electrolytes, and trying to hydrate, and doing compression socks, and none of it is keeping my body regulated. So my heart rate is still jumping crazy amounts. And I know that that's normal with POTS, but when you're on 3 medications, you would think that you would have found something to help that spike. And so there's, I guess my neurologist is thinking that there might be like an autoimmune condition that we just haven't found that might be the reason why my POTS is the way that it is. So we're going to be trying IVIG and see if that helps my POTS at all. I've also heard like things like it can help endometriosis, it can help like a bunch of different conditions that I have. And so that is really positive as well. And I think those are all the things that I needed to update you on at this point. So I'll check back in with you tomorrow to update you about my vascular surgeon appointment. I'm back early. So I was sitting here writing out all of my consult stuff when the doctor called early, like 3 hours early. So I wasn't expecting that, but good thing I had my thoughts at least collected. But you guys, he was a nice doctor, he was a smart doctor, but also very hyper fixated on like he was hyper fixated on the one thing that I was referred to him for, like, so not helpful with looking into MALS or SMAS further. He was hyper fixated on the nutcracker because it appears that my renal vein is very compressed, but all of my symptoms apparently are very unconventional for it. But he's going to refer me forward for further testing about the renal vein. And he's going to press my doctors more about the feeding tube situation. And it's honestly just so confusing why all of my doctors are so dismissive about this and just okay with being like, oh, well, she's just a complicated, confusing patient and we don't know what's wrong. Oh my goodness. People, get your act together. I'm running out of patience. So, yeah, that's how that appointment went. Honestly, it went how I expected it to go, but I was hoping it would be better. And so, yeah, this is the Canadian system for you. I wish I could just find one doctor who is willing to just hear me out and run all the tests that I need or want without batting an eye. But no, I have not found that doctor. So, I'm gonna continue to fight for my life, I guess, until we can figure this out. Hello, friends. Today is Saturday, May. Honestly, I don't know what day it is. It's the 18th. Anyways, so as you just saw, a little clip from the ER. That was not what I was expecting for this morning. I was actually supposed to be going to the greenhouse with my mom and my grandma, and I was really looking forward to it. But instead, we ended up in the ER because I woke up and I do what I normally do in the morning. I went to go pee. And there was a lot of blood. I was like, oh, that's never happened before. And because I am being, like, investigated for nutcracker syndrome, I was like, I should probably go to the hospital. And I was having worsening back pain and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I should probably go to the hospital. So we went to the ER, and I got a CT, and just on that CT, it was showing like a little kidney stone or something, so that could be it. Could be nutcracker, but they gave me a referral to urology, and got some fluids, got some pain meds, and so, yeah, now I'm home, resting. My bladder keeps, like, shocking me, though, and it hurts, but trying to just rest. Hello, everybody. Today is Sunday, May 19th. And today, Matt and I did church from home, which you saw that clip that I put in here. And then I've just kind of been resting and relaxing kind of the rest of the day. But you guys, I just feel overwhelmed, honestly. Like, I just feel like my body is like having a full-out war with itself. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, it's easy with multiple like chronic conditions to have to try and figure out ways to manage them all, and sometimes the management structure of them like pits itself against your other chronic conditions, which I've experienced that for many years, but like not in like this kind of way. Like, okay, so I've been like researching a little bit more about why I would have gotten a kidney stone, and like a huge one is like high sodium like diets and stuff can cause like a greater risk for kidney stones. And I'm just like, I have to be on high sodium because I have POTS and I have like treatment resistant POTS, and so kind of the only way that I can really try to manage my symptoms is by like increasing my salt. And with my GI issues, I'm not able to physically intake enough water, and so it's hard to get hydrated like naturally, you know, which it's going to be super helpful that I'm going to be getting IV fluids. To start, we're doing once a month, so I start that this week and I'll take you guys along. We're hoping that that'll help with my POTS and maybe help with some other things. Even yesterday, after I had received some IV fluids, like Matt could like see the color come back to my face. And I'm not surprised, honestly. Like, my veins even look so much better today than they were yesterday. Like, they stuck me so many times yesterday because they just couldn't find my veins. And so it's just so frustrating to be complex. And kind of an issue that I'm running into is my doctors only want to touch like one issue, like because the rest is not their problem kind of thing. So it's just really, really hard when you see a specialist and they can help you with one specific health issue, but they can't help you with the other ones, so they're not their problems. Then they send you to a different specialist, but they're all just kind of working against each other sometimes. And I don't know, I've just been feeling really frustrated because it seems like my doctors can't seem to agree with each other, or they agree with each other on the wrong things and then end up not helping me and just leaving me to fight for myself. And that has been so frustrating, and I know that there is a lot in the system that needs to be fixed, and there's things that I have been getting help with, but there's also a lot that I haven't been getting help with. Like, I still have no idea where things are at for a feeding tube. Like, I need one very desperately, but because my blood work still looks fine, they're leaving it longer, and so that is so frustrating. And so that's my little rant. I was just thinking on that basically while I'm lying here just feeling frustrated and trying to, I don't know, keep calm, keep an open mind, and move on, I guess. Anyways, I think I realized that this video is probably going to be long enough, so probably the going to get my IV fluids will be in a different video. But I just wanted to say that this is just a glimpse of what it looks like to live with EDS, but like, EDS is not just joints and tissue, it is a multi-systemic disease. It affects your organs, it affects so many systems in your body, and it is complex, and no patient is the same. Like, from all the people that I know who have EDS, we're all different. Everybody looks a little bit different, and this is just my life. And I just wanted to thank you to all of you who are watching my videos and subscribing and joining my journey. I really do appreciate it, and it makes me happy to see people connecting with my story and hopefully finding hope that at least they're not alone in your own struggle with chronic illness, or maybe you don't even have chronic illness, you're just checking in on me, which I also really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm so thankful for all of you, and I'm going to close out this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you haven't yet joined my journey, I'd love to have you subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!